morning. I'm here with Bart Meeus. He's the Senior Manager for Sports EMEA at LiveView. Good morning, Bart.
Hi, good morning, Joe.
How is the growing adoption of remote production workflows impacting live sports productions from your perspective?
I think it's fair to say that we can speak about a pre-COVID, a during COVID and a post-COVID era. During the pre-COVID era, I think it's fair to say that there was remote production being done, and it was there, but it was not really established. It was there, it was being done as an alternative to traditional workflows. During the pandemic, we can say that a lot of production companies, they really took it up. They took it up because they had to take it up, and you had a lot of restrictions, so that was really the way of doing a production, and they actually also noticed that it's a valuable way of doing production. So it really got established then. That said, after COVID, I think it really, we can say it's there. It's there to stay. We see more and more productions being done remotely. They're being done remotely, especially for sports. On the one hand side, you have remote productions, but I would also go a step further and go into 5G remote productions and even 5G remote cloud productions. In order to do 5G remote production, you of course need an encoder which encodes your signals, more than one. So our LU800 is doing that. Besides that, you also need a connectivity. Before it was done by means of fiber. Now with the 5G connectivity, you really reach higher levels of resiliency, you have more bandwidth, and you have less latency. So that is really how it evolves in that direction. So 5G is really a big game changer. Besides that, you of course also need the production tools, which we offer, like intercom, a return video signal. You also need audio going back and forth. And there's of course a telelight. That's 5G remote production. If you then go one step further, and then we're going to talk about it later on, is EasyLive, which we acquired. And that's really the cloud platform. So you can really do 5G productions remotely over the cloud into the cloud platform. So we also have a couple of use cases for remote production. 5G remote production, the Vitality run in London, we did together with our partner Exposed. We actually managed to get all the signals from the different cameras, the camera feeds over 5G into the Gravity Media remote center, and the world feed was being made there. So that's a very cool use case. Another one is the upcoming World Cup, FIFA World Cup, where we actually provide packages to our clients with encoders, decoders, can be cloud decoders or physical ones. And we enable them to do a 5G remote production from Qatar, from the field of play to the IBC in Qatar or to their production center somewhere else in the world. So,
good. Yeah, it sounds really impressive. How is LiveView Technology enabling greater fan engagement as well as the cost-effective distribution of live sports content?
I think we can start with an old saying, content is king, and I think it's more accurate than ever because you can get your fans by providing them with more content. So on the one hand side, we provide technology where our clients can produce more content. It's budget friendly, so they have, with less budget, they can do more. So that's one side. The other side is you also have to get that content to your customers, so the distribution part. And for that distribution part, we have LiveView Matrix, which actually acts like, I would say, a router in the cloud. It receives streams in SRT, LRT, and it also can send those out. And the very cool thing about it is that you can really send those streams out to plus 5,000 takers all over the world, which are actually in a kind of an address book. And that address book are all LiveView customers who have a decoder, whether it be the physical one or a cloud one. So they are really, they can receive the streams. So I think it's all about getting giving clients the tools to be able to produce more cost effectively. And then the second part is to distribute that to your fans. And that is what really makes them stick to your product, which in this case is a sport club. That's a good use case. We do a lot of technology. We provide technology to a lot of Premier League clubs. We can't tell the names, of course, but there's a lot of them, and they use our products to create additional content which is more exclusive than the one which you see on linear channels. So it's more behind the scene content. It can be a locker room content, can be training, additional press conferences, pre and post show matches, shows. So that additional content and giving them the opportunity to do that, that really makes that your fans stick to your content, in this case, your sports club.
Understood.
We still also have another use case, which is one that I really want to mention, and that's the volleyball world. They're doing quite a lot of events all around the world. They had quite of a traditional setup. Everything was being produced on site, then it was going up satellite, down, up to their clients. So working traditional, but not very cost effective. We developed together with them a workflow where we were actually able to cut the costs by leaving out the satellite part. So everything is still being produced on site, but instead of going up with satellite and back and forth, we actually provide them with 2 encoders for a main and a backup. We also managed to get remote commentary added. It's going into our matrix, and from there it's being distributed to the rights holders. So it's cost effective, and it's also sustainable because they get the units, they go there, they take it with them, they do not need to book an SNG that drives there, so it's both cost effective and sustainable.
Excellent. I mean, you mentioned Easy Live earlier in our discussion, and the LiveU's acquisition of that. Can you provide a little more details about LiveU's move to the cloud and how that relates to Easy Live?
Yeah. Already for a couple of years, LiveView is moving his stuff into the cloud, his products, his services, and I think it's fair to say that at this point they are all in the cloud. We have lots of services in the cloud, all the products are there. We have an end-to-end system, but with the acquisition of Easy Live, we kind of fill the gap. We fill the gap of cloud production, because before we were able to create content with encoders, decode that again. We also made sure for the connectivity to be there, and then the distribution. So that was there. But with LiveView, you can also create your content, then do the production in the cloud, and then distribute it. So that kind of fills the gap. And with this gap being filled, I think we can say we have an end-to-end system which gives our clients the opportunity to choose themselves if they want an on-premise production, a hybrid, or a full cloud production. Beside EasyLive.io, there's also, we talked about LiveView Matrix, but there is also Air Control, which gives you the opportunity to actually include people from all over the world into your production very easily. We also have LiveView Ingest. LiveView Ingest is not new. I think we showed it at the NAB show the first time. Now it's there again, and it's actually all about metadata and recording and connecting to your mom and back and forth. So and I think these 4 cloud solutions gives our clients the option to do end-to-end or just pick one of them, so they have the flexibility to do that.
Excellent. Bart, thank you very much. Thank you for your support of SVG Europe.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.